Hey everybody, welcome back to Third Coast Ministries. For those of you that don't know, my name is Brian. If you're a student, it's Mr. Baker, not Ya Profe. Alright, so with that being said, we're back to another video. In this video, I want to focus on education. Alright, so why education? Well, for me, it is something very important. And it's not just because my parents were always like education, 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 which they were. That was the one thing that they were super strict on when I was a kid. As long as I was making good grades, they would let little things kind of like slide. But as soon as a grade went from a 98 to a 96, it was kind of like, where you been? What you been doing? Blah, 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 blah. So, and, you know, it was difficult as a kid, but as an adult, you know, through my adult life and different jobs that I've had, like, that was super important, and I'm super thankful for it. So Mom, Dad, thank you for always being parents, not being friends, and making me do what I was supposed to do. So, all right, so let's get on with it. First up, you know, why is it important? I've already kind of explained why it's been important to me. But some examples that I had growing up was, as I mentioned in another video, when I was in 4th or 5th grade, my mom decided to go back to school to get her nursing degree, and still took care of my brother and I. You know, we still played our sports, we still did all our stuff. You know, we had to give up our rooms, but you know, and the reason she did it was she saw that my aunt had graduated with her master's degree in nursing, and she's like, that's something I want to do. And the reason why she did it was to give my brother and I, you know, basically our family, a better life. And it's funny because those exact same words on the first trip I came down to Revis, you know, I heard a girl in the community speak that, you know, when I asked, like, why do you want to learn English? You live in Nicaragua. And her exact words were, we want better jobs for our family. So that was something that really stuck with me from my first trip. And to me, like, I always believe education is important. I believe, honestly, like, it is the second best chance you have at getting yourself out of or getting yourself into areas that you want to. And in my personal opinion, it is second only to accepting Jesus Christ as your Savior. And we can go on other discussions about this. I'm going to stick to specifically education in this. So after that, it is the top thing you can do in your life to better your circumstance, to better the circumstance for your family and the future for your family. So and to me, like, what is education? Okay, we know, go to school, you go to elementary school, you go to junior high, or here they have primary, secondary only, you know. After that, what do? Like, everyone in the U.S. is always like, college, 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 college. You got to go to a 4-year college, and that's great, but I mean, that's not the only education out there. You can go to trade schools, and one of the things that really, like, hurts my heart is that people in the States look down on people who go to trade schools and vocational schools and plumbers and electricians and welders and auto mechanics and technicians all over the area. And those are very honorable jobs. And I mean, you can make good money doing it. Like, at the end of the day, you have these people turning their nose up to a welder, not knowing that welder makes more money than they do per hour. Yet he's not a snob about it. So education doesn't just mean going to college. Like, yeah, man, if that's what you need to do it, by all means do it. My mom did it. She went back to school. I have my degree. I took the scenic route. I have friends that have advanced degrees. I went to a celebration for graduation for somebody getting their thesis, or whatever you call it, for their PhD. Everyone there had advanced degrees except for me. Like, on paper, I felt like the dumbest person in the room. So, you know, it's super important, but you don't have to go to college. You need to go to a junior college? Go to a junior college. You need to go to a vocational school? There's a skill that you have that you love? Man, do it. Learn more about it. It's not just sitting in a classroom. Like, education, like, you have a smartphone and you have internet access on this phone, and you're not learning another language, you're not doing something, like, man, that's on you. You could be using that time, instead of playing video games, get education. Find a topic that you're passionate about and learn more about it. There's some stat somewhere about if you read one book a month, in your area of interest, in a decade, you'll be an industry leader, industry expert in your field. One book a month, that's all it takes. So that's why education is important. Like, you want to change your situation, there's all education. I mean, you don't have the education, you can't do it. I listen to a lot of Eric Thomas videos, and I show him in my business class, and he talks about this, like, you burn down my house, I just sting a little bit, but I'll be okay. He's like, why? Because I have the knowledge, I have the blueprints. He's like, with that knowledge, I can go out and get another one. And he's right. If you don't have that knowledge, you're at a severe disadvantage. If you have that knowledge and you're getting that knowledge, man, that's the way to go. And another example here in Nicaragua, being able to speak English, being bilingual, has almost a higher earning capacity than having a college degree. So if you can speak English and then you also have a degree, that's putting you in the top education levels in this country. And that's something that I want to teach here. Like, I want students to, I don't want to be like, oh man, this is boring. Like, yeah, okay, English is boring sometimes. It was boring to me as a student. I'm not gonna lie, it's boring to me as a teacher sometimes. But it's important, and I have that passion to teach it, and I want the students to learn that, because they need to figure out what they're doing after this. And I'm sorry, you don't have education, you're not going to be doing much. You're just going to be coming back here playing soccer during lunchtime, with kids that haven't graduated yet, and you already graduated. So, it's super important. That's why I'm so passionate. That's why I'm down here. That's why, even with everything that happened last year, like, I didn't leave. There's a lot of people that left. Our school director, he didn't leave. He stayed here. Other missionaries that I know, they stayed here. They taught every day. We rode the same bus through the blockades. Had to walk through some of that pretty nasty stuff just so that we could teach. Like, that's how important it is to me. And so, it's besides that, like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, people are like, oh, okay, it's cool. Brian's in Nicaragua. He's having a good time. We see the pictures. Like, no, this ain't a vacation. Like, I came here with a purpose, and that purpose is to educate the kids. And so, whatever we got to do it, that's what we're gonna do. And it's been amazing. Like, if you're thinking about something, like, I see people, I follow all the teaching things for different countries, and they want to get their TEFL certifications. Like, if you want to do that, oh man, it's amazing. Do it. I cannot speak highly enough about it. Like, I went to International TEFL Academy, and it was great. If I hadn't have done that, like, I may have still been able to do it, but it's amazing. Like, go, and for me, originally I looked at teaching at countries that paid pretty well, but it came back to the fact that education is important, and I wanted to help people that didn't have access to it. So that's why I chose to come down to Nicaragua and do it this specific way. All right, so there you have it. That's why I believe education is so important. That's why I'm always harping on education. And as I mentioned, like, it's not just sitting in a classroom, man. Do your own research. Get a book. Go online. Find PDFs. Download PDFs. Do whatever you need to do to educate yourself on something. Always be learning. Always be learning. And at the end of the day, that's really the only chance you got, especially here. So, like I said, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm teaching. I believe in it. I believe most of the teachers here believe on that same level. So we're going to keep doing it. If you got any questions, man, drop a line in there. If you want to see some of the stuff we're doing, make sure you're following us. And I appreciate it. Thanks for always tuning in to these videos. I know the background's not super fancy like other people's videos. It's just me, my little webcam, my headphones to keep out the noise. There's always cars, trucks, fans blowing, stuff like that. So I really appreciate it for all you people that like to watch the videos and support us and see what's going on. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Adios.